December 21, 2012. This date has become the most anticipated date of our time. Over the past several years we have been overwhelmed with information and misinformation pertaining to the coming events of 2012. And we just don't know what to believe anymore. Websites, books and television documentaries warn of coming disaster. We are reminded of predictions and prophecies from the Mayans, the Hopi Indians, Nostradamus, the Bible and many others. We are threatened by the possibility of rogue planets, asteroids, intense solar storms and polar shifts. And we just don't know what to believe anymore. Government-sponsored NASA scientists are telling us that we have nothing to fear.
In case you haven't heard, the world is going to end in 2012. Specifically, December 21st, 2012. Talk about a bummer Christmas, but I digress.
The media and corporate advertisers are making a joke out of the predictions. And even highly respected religious organizations are turning their backs on the possibilities. But for many, the signs of impending doom seem to be all around us. And our gut instincts are telling us that something is wrong. Something just doesn't feel right.
Just after lunchtime on March the 11th, the most powerful earthquake ever measured in Japan shook the country. It was big enough to shift the earth on its axis.
From snow to floods to tornadoes, it has been a year of record-breaking weather across the U.S. mainland. More, in fact, than any year since modern record-keeping began.
Natural disaster and unusual weather patterns seem to be increasing in frequency and intensity. The continuing threat of devastating man-made disasters and nuclear war seem to be on the rise. The world's economic stability is on the verge of collapse, and social and political unrest is at an all-time high. And we just don't know what to believe anymore.
By going to the grocery store,
The informed are preparing for disaster.
Soup and chicken noodle soup.
The frightened are preparing for mass suicide. The religious are praying for strength and salvation. The weak and poorest among us are simply trying to survive. And the entire planet is in a state of intense concern for our future. Many believe that the world governments know something that they're not telling us.
Building their underground city. They made their worst case scenario escape hatch.
You firmly believe
Absolutely.
There's an underground facility underneath this new Denver airport?
I've had drywallers, I've had painters, I've had mechanics tell me it. Why would they lie? I believe them. Too many people tell me the same story, and they're just regular folks. They don't have an agenda. It's part of a plan to save their butts when the end of the world comes.
They point to the worldwide increase in the construction of government-sponsored underground bunkers.
It's as simple as that.
That's all it is.
The government stockpiling of food, water and other essentials of life. The construction of doomsday seed vaults.
The FEMA plans to imprison American citizens have generated a lot of interest around the country in locating the potential prison camps throughout the country.
They believe that FEMA is preparing internment camps for the few who survive.
Trucks, giant 18-wheelers, huge 18-wheelers with these extra long flatbeds just totally stacked with the coffins that go one inside the other like plastic Dixie cups. And they're just all there. Now, we know this is FEMA. We know that these are coffins.
And mass burials for the millions who will die. They believe that preparations and warnings are being provided to only the most elite and worthy among us, and that mass panic and preemptive actions by the unworthy should be avoided and discouraged. These people are simply discounted and discredited as extremists, armamentists and conspiracy nuts. But in the eyes of many, the prophecies of doom have been written. And the date for destruction is December 21, 2012. The facts seem overwhelming, but the reality seems incomprehensible. Who do we believe? What should we believe? Millions of people around the world are frightened. And as this date draws nearer, panic and fear will only intensify. Should we prepare to live? Or should we prepare to die? Whether you believe in the 2012 predictions of doom, or whether you don't, the time has come for answers. The time has come for the truth. On behalf of the 7 billion fellow human beings who make up our beautiful planet, I issue this simple request to our world leaders. The truth. Please sign the worldwide petition to our world leaders, and demand that they tell us what they know about December 21, 2012.